love Fridays more.
Yeah, so not only is it Friday, it is also
Craft Day!
So Fun Fridays.
Craft Day.
Yeah, wow, you got your little happy dance going on.
We like craft days.
Yeah, Miss Krohn's like really excited about this craft. So,
yay!
We have compiled some home materials.
Yeah, home materials. So these are things that you guys should have everyday use. This is something we used to do like at my elementary school. This is stuff we used to do like with my mom at home, like if we were stuck at home on like a snow day or whatever. Yeah. And now we're stuck at home all the time. So hopefully you guys have this stuff around the house.
Yeah, so we have here a coffee filter. You can have like the rounded flat ones, or you can open up like the cone filters if you have those instead.
Doesn't matter what size. It could be any size.
Nope. We have a chip clip, or if you have
clothespins.
That
those
would
are really cute.
Probably work a little better. Your mom might get less mad if her chip clips don't all like disappear.
Yeah.
So you could do that, or you could even tie a string around it at the end.
Yeah, like a cute little something.
I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are getting ahead of yourself. It's okay. You also are going to need some like little Dixie cups. I recommend using like the paper or the plastic ones, because then you can just throw them out and you're not going to have to worry about doing dishes later. Because I'm pretty sure if you don't do the dishes, your mom's going to get mad, or dad,
keep up on
or
the dishes.
Whomever is at home with you. You're also going to need some Q-tips as well.
Yep.
This goes along with the other videos we've been doing. Clean your ears.
Clean your ears.
Yeah. It helps you listen better.
Oh, you know, what was that? Home Alone?
Yeah.
Where the kid's like, he's like, I cleaned my belly button for the first time with a Q-tip. That was so funny.
I'm just going to move on from that
some
one.
of you are laughing and think that part's funny too, if you're like Miss Krohn.
Okay, moving on.
Funny.
And the last thing that you're going to need is some food coloring, okay? Doesn't matter what colors you have. These are just like the ones that you can get like from Martin's or Walmart or whatever. They're like, I think it's like $2 for a box. Doesn't really matter. And the first thing you're going to do, and also, sorry, by the way, use a paper plate. Paper plate, because you don't want to get, if you're like at home and you have a nice white tablecloth like what we're doing, you don't want to get it everywhere. And the only other thing I'm going to say before we get into this craft is, please, guys, make sure, A, your e-learning is almost completed or completed first, and B, you have your parents' permission before you do any of this kind of stuff. We want to make sure that you guys are being safe and you guys are being, you know, helpful and not like making your parents or guardians mad by like just destroying the house with crafts.
Oh, but so this one's pretty simple. Again, I do not recommend using your grandmother's white tablecloth.
But we're adults.
And
I think we can handle it.
I think we can. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your coffee filter and flatten it out on your plate.
Yeah. So you can kind of like pull it apart just a little bit. Make sure you don't rip it, but you're going to want to get it as flat as possible. So kind of flatten out all the edges, flip it over a couple of times, make sure you've gotten it pretty well flat as prayer. You're supposed to be using the paper plate.
Oh, we're not using the food coloring yet.
Still.
It was taking the shape of the plate.
But anyways, but that might be cute. Okay, so then the other thing that you can kind of prep ahead of time if you want to is in each of your little Dixie cups, you're going to put a mixture of water. Room temp is fine like that. It doesn't have to be a particular temperature. And you're going to saturate it with the food coloring. So what I've done is I take the water and I put about 10 to 12 drops worth of food coloring in each one. You can make different colors. Obviously, you guys know if you've had art class that there are different ways to make colors. There's different mixing of the primary colors that you can do to get particular colors that you would want.
If you wanted like purple.
Well, yeah, you can mix your red and your blue together, you know, whatever, however you want to do it. But we just kind of stuck with the basics for simplicity's sake. And then you're going to take a Q-tip and put a Q-tip in each color. Okay, mix it up. Make sure you stir the food coloring in there because it's heavier than the water, so it'll sink to the bottom.
Density. Wow.
Science!
And then you said another word that was really good. Saturation.
Saturation.
Yeah, that was a good word too. Okay.
Language
so now,
arts.
guys, my favorite color is blue, so I'm going to start with blue.
And I'm going to start with the green because I really like greens.
Okay. And we're going to keep the cup as close to the plate as possible. All right. And then you're going to make a design.
Yeah. So you're just going to take your Q-tip and you're going to like kind of spread it across. It's going to look a little bit on the light side. The more color that you put on there, the darker and heavier it's going to be, but also the longer it's going to take to dry. Okay, so you're just going to kind of cover the edges. You can, you know, switch up your colors. Make sure you kind of cover the entire coffee filter because you want to make sure that your beautiful design is showing. Okay, so while Miss Pryor's doing that, you can see she's, are you making a swirl?
Yeah, I was gonna make a swirl.
Oh.
What are you doing, blobs?
I was just doing blobs.
Yeah, I'm
not very artistic, so I was just gonna do blobs. make sure that obviously you're staying on the paper plate, you know, don't drip anything anywhere, and just kind of cover the entire thing. You'll notice that it's going to get really wet, which is why we wanted you to use the paper plates. Okay. Do you want to keep working on that, and I'll kind of show them the end product? So Miss Pryor's going to keep working on hers, and I have one that we've done beforehand that's kind of finished. So when it's done, you'll see that the color is still saturated, but you're going to want to wait until your coffee filter is pretty well dry. Okay, and then the next step that you're going to do is you're going to kind of hold it up a little bit, and you can still see once I hold it up and off of something, even though coffee filters are kind of on the see-through side, you can still see the color. Okay, so then you're going to want to take it on the plate again, just to make sure, and you're going to take two ends, like this, the top and the bottom, and you're gonna scrunch them together. Okay, see that, scrunching? Okay, so you're gonna make almost this kind of like little bow tie shape. And then this is where you're gonna take either your chip clip or your clothespin or your string or whatever you have, and you're gonna kind of just place it right in the middle of your bow tie, and then fan out your little feathers. And therefore, you have a butterfly.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
I love it.
And if you have other arts and crafts supplies around, like I know some of you guys are really artsy and craftsy. I've seen people take glitter glue and put glitter glue on this. I've seen them put like pipe cleaners for like little antennas, or if you have a clothespin, you can glue some googly eyes, if I can talk.
Actually, I see why that one was so hard.
Yeah, that one was kind of difficult. To make like an actual little butterfly. And this one isn't magnetic, but I've done this with magnetic chip clips before, and that way you can put them on your fridge, and it looks like there's a butterfly garden on your fridge.
That's a great idea. So you can do more than just one of these.
Yeah. And this is a really great activity for you to do with your little siblings as well. The only thing that I would really caution you with is, again, make sure you're doing stuff on the paper plate. If you're when you're using the colors, don't drip or spill the cups anywhere, or put them like we have on a tray. So that way if it does get spilled, at least it's easy to clean up. And you're going to want to also keep your hands out of the water.
Unless you want to look like an alien.
Yeah, green hands.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, what if I put one of each color in there, and then I can have like...
I would be very concerned for your skin.
Well, we have been at home for
way too long.
Way too long. But it's all good. Okay, so I am just kind of finishing mine up here, but I am really liking
the look of it.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed this arts and crafts.
Super simple, super easy.
These beautiful butterflies. Okay. Again, spring is here. Get outside, enjoy the weather. This is a great craft to do outside too if it's a nice day.
Yeah, so that way you don't have to like worry about getting all your stuff all dirty.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Again, just a reminder, ask your parents' permission.
Ask your parents.
Ask your parents' permission.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need like a parents' permission and an assembly is required.
You know, we could do something like that. We might do that.
We might do that.
Parents' permission.
Parents' permission.
For a lot of these videos, you know, you guys, we're telling you to go outside and stuff. Obviously, that's something you need to talk to your parents about. Like, if it's already, like, an understood thing, like, that's between you and your parents, okay?
Yeah.
We're not telling you to do these things. We're just giving you suggestions for how to make this time a little easier on you.
Yeah. And to end this video, we just want to kind of put it out there since this is the first week that we've done this. We'd love some feedback from you guys.
Definitely.
You can email either Miss Pryor or myself. You have both of our emails. If you have a suggestion for a video or if there's something you'd like to see done or like a questions, we might do like a Q&A type thing, appropriate and respectful. Okay, but we would love to hear some feedback from you guys about what you think about these videos and if you'd like to see more or what else you might want to see from us. Okay, so I think that about wraps it up for the week.
All right, KP Morning Show. That's it.
We're out.